and welcome to another video tutorial. My name is Britta Swiderski, and this week I'll be sharing how I do Project Life. Now, I was waiting for the midnight edition of Project Life, the core kit, to come out, and finishing up school for the first 5 months of the year, so I waited until June to start. So now I'm trying to do 2 to 3 weeks at a time from the beginning of the year and then the most recent week at a time. So I have up to week 6 and then I skip ahead to 24 and 25. And so today I'll be doing 7, 8, and 9 to show you how I've been doing my Project Life process and everything that you can do to get started if you feel like you're behind, or especially if you wanted to adapt it to a smaller book like I have here. This journal is by Snap. It's by Simple Stories, and it's actually the brown one. I think I will paint the binding. I'm not a huge fan of brown, but I liked it better than the other colors at the time. I actually really don't know why I chose this one. But, you know, it's fine. It has inserts in it, which I haven't actually used yet, so I have them in the front. And it has dividing tabs, too, which are pretty cool. So I might use one of these tabs for each season, or every 3 months, or I don't know, just to break it up. But mostly I've just been focusing on getting everything recorded and everything down in here. So I'm going to start on week 7. I have my photos printed out. I get mine printed through Shutterfly and then pick them up at my local Target for 19 cents a piece. For me, it's the most cost-effective, quick solution. If I had time to go through and do all of the photographs from the first 6 months of this year and then do them like online, obviously that would be a better choice for cost reasons, but this is perfectly fine. 19 cents per print is completely doable. So the first thing I do is I kind of lay out my photos and figure out which ones are from which week. They tend to get a little mixed up in here. Like, I know this is from last week, and then this one is from Valentine's Day. So first I need to go through my photos and separate them into what week is what. Alright, so I have my photos for each of my weeks, and now I'm going to go through and cut them apart and look to make sure I know where I'm going to put them. So this week has 4 different photos from it. I might actually need to add in another insert, or maybe cut down one of these pages in half. I might do that. Because it was Jake's birthday and we went out for that. And it was also Valentine's Day because Jake's birthday is on the 15th. And we also saw a basketball game and went to a golf show. So there's a lot that happened this week. So I think I'm just going to cut all of these 4x3. And because you see the way I have them laid out, I don't think I'll have any 4x6s. So I'm going to cut these apart. And I'll do the same with the next 2 weeks as well. Only I'll leave this one together. This one needs to be cut apart because this part is actually from last week. And then I'll cut this apart. Alright, so it looks as though I'm pretty much out of the 2x2 page protectors, so I'm going to do the 2 on top, 1 on bottom for the next 3 weeks. I need to order some more of these because they're my favorite and I have used all of them. But that should be okay. We can make it work. So we have our week 7 pictures, and I'm just going to start placing them in the pockets according to, excuse my cat, she's going nuts right now, according to what kind of goes chronologically, and kind of see what happens here. Okay, so I placed my week here, so I have 3 photos here, a little piece of, like a schedule of basketball in here, which I might open and like cut it apart, or I might just leave it like this, I'm not sure. I have cat photo, open space here for either journaling or some fun design, as well as here. And then I decided to do Jake's birthday just on its own spread. So lots of time to write about the shenanigans there, and just, you know, maybe a pocket full of confetti, stuff like that. And I'll make this kind of designed so that I can have this pocket be a photo and journaling pocket. And then I just keep going through my project like this, and I do all 3 weeks at a time for each step. So I place all the photos at once for 3 weeks. And if the memorabilia doesn't fit into the pockets, now I need to trim it down and cut it down. So I think I'll cut this into a 4x6 shape right about here, and I'll stick it in the pocket below the pictures of the basketball event. Now that I have all my photos in place, I'm going to go ahead and fill all of the pockets with my cards. So I have all of my Project Life materials in this caddy from just using my Project Life Midnight Edition, and I keep all of the cards sorted on their side here. I have Kelly Purkey cards, which you can get through Simon Says Stamp. This is actually the first kit that she did, but the new one should be out soon, so you can check out the link for that below. And I will be picking that up as well. I have calendar cards for each month, so each time it turns a new month, I put that in there. I think we'll have to use a March one now, if I look at my calendar. And these are free printable, which I'll also link in the description below. I have grid cards, which I like to use for journaling. And I also have big 4x6 grid cards. And I also have the 4x6 design cards as well. So I have these actually separated by color. This is all the black and white ones. These are all the yellow ones. These right here are the craft ones. Oh, these are the front and back ones. These are the craft ones, and then these are the gray and white ones. And I have them separated each with a Kelly Purkey card, since they have, they don't have rounded corners, so you can easily tell where the divisions are. So now I'll just go through and kind of pick a color scheme for each week. The yellow goes really well because the yellow is gold, and that's my school color. So in a lot of these sports pictures, it's what we're wearing, or you know what I mean. So I'm just going to go through, pick out some cards, and stick them in here. And then we'll get started embellishing. And now I just embellish. So I added some pieces in here. I need to add a grid card behind this, but I'll adhere that as I go. This is what I did for this page. Did a Kelly Purkey card here. And then what I'll do is adhere each one of these to the picture behind them so that they all stay in place. And this should work pretty well because I have a grid journaling card behind it. And then this one, the Good Life, now that's using the Midnight Edition. And then the last week is the 9th week. And I have the Right Now, March, and the little ticket stub thing. So now the first thing I do is I go through and put week whatever, week 7, 8, and 9. And I'm not sure how I'll do them this week, but I know I want this one to be here. Might pull out some thickers or some bigger letters. Then the week could definitely go here, and then probably right here. Yeah. So yeah, then I do weeks, and then I start stamping. And I just pull out all of my Kelly Purkey stuff because Kelly Purkey stamps are super amazing for Project Life. And I have 2 stamp sets that I pulled out, in fact, for this. So I'll probably put Sweetheart here and just stamp it on some grid paper or white paper, and then do kind of like a label sticker here. I have these label stickers, so I usually see if the stamp fits on there. This one doesn't quite fit though. I really need the corresponding dies, the label dies, and then I'll just go nuts with them. But yeah, I really like using labels, and sometimes I just stamp directly onto my photograph using StazOn, but I also like to have the white background behind it so that the stamping shows up a little bit better. And then I just use regular ink instead of StazOn. So I'm going to add my weeks now, and then I can kind of start filling in gaps with letter stickers. These are the Kelly Purkey letter stickers. I have a couple of other colors too lying around here somewhere. And so yeah, so now is adding letter stickers. Alright, so I've added my week 7 here, a few stamps, and adhered the little card, the Minnesota basketball card, to a grid card, and I added some letter stickers to my grid card where I'll journal. And these are some of the colors of the Kelly Perky stickers. This is the teal, and this is the gray, and both of them are so luscious and coordinate perfectly with the colors I'm already using in my book. And now, sometimes I look back at Twitter to give me a hint of like what was going on that week, but my photos speak for themselves. So I'll just write little notes about the basketball game that we went to, going out to dinner for Valentine's Day, and then the other things that we had that week. And then I'll keep going. So I now have all of my journaling done, and I might go back and add some final embellishments, but I usually wait to do that at the end. So I'm going to move on to the next spread, and this is Jake's birthday, so I can do a little bit more journaling here and do some fun stuff here. I think I might put some sequins on this sheet of paper, and stamp a little on the pictures. And that's just basically what I do on every layout. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and you can do as much or as little as you want. I literally could just write on this with a Sharpie pen and put some stickers here saying Jake's birthday, and then be done with this entire layout, and it would capture just as much. You know, it's nice to put like letter stickers on here or little stamps that's like tell what's going on, but really it's as much work as you want to do, and I really like that about this project. So I'm just going to go through and finish it, do a little minimal embellishing, and then we'll be done for this week. As you can see here, I've now went through and did the Jake birthday layout just by adding Jake turns 23 and some cheers and time to celebrate with some Kelly Perky stamps. That was from the Rad stamp set. And the I Couldn't Love It More is from the Insta Love stamp set. And I just wrote my journaling here talking about what we did on Jake's birthday. I did the next page using some thickers. These are from Studio Calico and American Crafts. Well, the Studio Calico collection, and these are the chalkboard thickers. So I used those. And then I did a little bit of journaling since there wasn't a whole lot that happened this week. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures, but some things came up, like Jake's family came up, and we had cake with his aunt and uncle at his house. And there was a little funny story, so I included a little card with a tab here and some Kelly Perky stickers, and this tab is from the Right Now set from Kelly Perky. I really like that. Plus it creates a really cute little tag on this grid card, so I can write the whole thing down and it doesn't have to be like take up a whole bunch of space. The short of it is that Jake's little cousin Tyler, who's a girl, missed us singing happy birthday and came out into the room and was just sobbing because she missed happy birthday, and so we had to sing it again. Well, she basically stared at Jake and like sobbed the words to him, so it was pretty funny. And now I just have to make sure to get that in between the picture and the ticket when I put it back in. So now I just have to decorate the last page. Alright, so I finished decorating my pages. I put some more letter stickers on this one, a nice little stamp, which is from the Right Now set, and did some more journaling here. The It Makes Me Smile is from this one, which I believe is Hello Fall or Autumn, something related to that. I'll link it in the description below. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these pages, and it only took a couple hours to do, and I probably could have gone easier if I wasn't so finicky and trying to do other stuff at the same time. But these are my spreads. So I did 3 weeks, 4 different spreads, and now I just have to do the more current ones, which are always a little bit easier to do because you're not just recalling facts from Twitter and pictures. You're actually thinking about what happened last week. Yeah, here's a look at how I do Project Life, and I'm so glad you joined me. Make sure to check out my blog for updates on how this project is doing. I like to post about it, try to post about it every week, or at least every other week. And yeah, I hope that I will see you next time on another video tutorial. Thanks so much for watching.